The opinions expressed on this podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the views of the podcast host, its sponsors, or any affiliate organizations. The information provided on this podcast is for general information purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. Listeners are advised to consult with professionals in relevant fields regarding their specific situation. The podcast host and its affiliates shall not be held responsible for any action taken or not taken based on the information provided on this podcast.
Yo, you tapped into the concept. You got your man EJ.
You got Free on the ones and twos.
You got Rye.
Hey, this is a brief introduction of who Rye is. This my little sister. I can't say I never had because I just found out I got a little sister.
For real?
A couple of them, but might as well be one of my little sisters. You know, she keep our head together. She the well spoken one.
Oh, for sure.
We call her the influence.
Oh no,
Oh,
definitely
That's
the influence.
deep. That's deep.
She'll be
That's
like, Will, why you do this? Come here,
That's
come here,
deep.
Will.
That's deep.
Come here, Will.
But
I just put my head down, come over there and hear what she gotta say, and she definitely the influence.
And it's a great thing to always have somebody in your circle that'll keep you grounded, one. And we always say to keep your head on straight, to tell you when you right, wrong, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Just an honest person. You know what I'm saying? Which gradually goes in what I want to chop it up today about is building relationships, or relationships in general, like having ties to someone else or something else. You know what I'm saying? Because I truly believe, like, we got spiritual relationships, you know, non-physical things. We have physical relationships, i.e. be boyfriend, girlfriend, your friend, family, whoever, you know what I'm saying? So, what's y'all thoughts on relationships?
Me personally, relationships kind of define who we are. Every relationship defines some way of what made us who we are. Your relationships with your parents, your relationship with your friends, your relationships with romantic partners collectively make who you are, for the simple fact not every person gets the same exact version of you.
Yeah, for sure.
You're very comfortable with a friend more than you are with a brother or sister, maybe. Or maybe your brother and sister was more like a parent figure in your life, depending on age, or also what they did for you in your life. So you see them in a different aspect than you see your younger brothers or sisters or someone that's around your same age. Relationships, to me, not really define who we are, because we define ourselves, but it partly makes us of who we are.
Yeah, so it's a defining who you are is like a mixture of certain things, and the relationships you build. I wouldn't say, all right, so I'm gonna play it like, I wouldn't say it defines who you are. It's a makeup of who you are. It's a outwardly expression.
It's a reflection
Right.
of who you are.
So with building those relationships, I feel like you find different relationships in the craziest places. We build relationships with things out the blue. You know, it's certain things that just gravitate with us or to us, and I feel like we build bonds with certain people for whatever reason. Like you were saying, a different person get a different side of you, and I can attest to that, so to speak. For one, you know, I had basketball dreams. You know, it's some dudes that I hoop with that I definitely couldn't be over there in Iraq with. You know what I'm saying?
Heck no.
Yeah.
Heck no.
There's some folks that I done met over there that I couldn't go out to the club with you because we just don't have those type of bonds. You know, but it is folks that I met over there.
Like them the ones for
Yeah,
this particular thing.
You know, we gon' ride or die. Not no Fast and Furious shit, but we gonna do what we gotta do. But
family.
I'm gonna say that's the direction that I was going in. Me personally, I like to build my friendships. I can't say that because I'm married, but I like to build my relationships to bond as a family. Because I feel like when you put that much trust in the next person, I don't really want no 50-50. Like, damn, if I do some shit and you get mad, I might be left in the wind somewhere. Damn, I can't get back to where I need to be because your ass just got mad. I need the type of people that's gonna be like, regardless of the situation, I'm gonna make sure you straight, and then we can talk about whatever just passed before us at a later time. Cause right now I ain't trying to deal with you because you have upset me. Being vulgar about who you are, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that I liked it, you know. So
I think my relationships come from just like I would like relationships that are compatible to me.
for sure,
And I think that over time, relationships that I've had, whether it's friendships or people that I dealt with, when I started to experience my growth, those relationships change.
yeah,
Not necessarily, and I'm gonna speak from like a friendship aspect of things,
okay,
because like especially when you friends with somebody
mm-hmm.
and y'all have this bond over this particular thing, like this is y'all thing, like this is what you do. But when you start to grow and evolve in your life, it's just like not necessarily saying what this friend is doing is wrong, but it no longer suits me. So I like friendships that are compatible to who I am because
Yeah,
I'm forever changing, and also friendships that challenge me as well, because sometimes we so stuck with this person got to be for
right,
me, and be everything that I need for this person to be,
yeah,
but also those areas that I say that we probably need to work on or whatever the case may be, those buttons are never pushed. So how do we grow if we don't
right,
have those type of relationships in our life where we're challenged by the other person?
right,
So compatibility and also having relationships that challenge me, that you're not like me, but what you have is what I need, and
right,
what I got is what you need.
for sure.
A give and take,
Give and take,
give and
put the
take
yin and yang
relationships, give and
around here.
take
You know what I'm saying?
relationships for sure.
And I think relationship wise, that also ties into how people were raised, and when it comes to what you said, how people were raised, and the effort people try to give and learn from you. A lot of people don't want to learn. A lot of people just want the take aspect. What am I taking?
I can see that.
What are you giving, and what am I taking?
I had a conversation. I'm pulling to you. I had a conversation about this. And it's more so just kind of giving yourself. I'm the type of person where I'm like, y'all know, like if it's y'all ready for me to show up for something, it really got to be something going on for me to
Yeah,
get out of my shell of
for
things
sure.
for me to come around. But also, look at me, I done lost my train of thought trying to get deep. But I'm the type of person where it's like I gotta really come out of my shell to be like, okay, like I'm the type of person that's gonna come around for something. But also, still can't find my train of thought.
Hey man, it's alright, man. Hey, y'all let it ride with Rod. She gonna
You
get
know,
like
it's
me.
it's
But
whatever.
I
You know what I'm
feel
saying?
that,
I'm camera shy.
I feel that because, like Will was saying, coming from a family oriented upbringing
Uh-huh.
is why I look for family oriented relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was all like, I can attest to this. I'm pretty isolated. I'm conservative in who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I would rather kick it at my house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I don't care
Yeah.
what's. Let's just kick it at my house though, because I feel more comfortable, isolated, and conserved inside my own space.
I got it.
So, but I am not opposed. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm not opposed to go have fun with my friends or whoever. So, but granted, I did, even though I did grow up, but like you were saying, that it's the opposite of what I am. So
Uh-huh.
I do like to have people around me, but I like to do so where my mental is less affected. You know what I'm saying? So i.e. being out in the club, I know I'll be up in my spots, but I'm so comfortable in those spots. That's my norm. You know what I'm saying? So outside of my norm, with the right people, I'm cool with it.
So check this out. This is what I was going to say. The conversation that I was having previously is pretty much about having an unhealthy dependency on your friends, right? So I'm usually in my shell, but also I'm always something to somebody, right?
Right.
And I'm always fulfilling these roles, wearing these different hats all the time. So I spend so much time by myself is because when I'm not doing those things, who am I? And you know, also y'all talked about like kind of having like boundaries with friendships and relationships like a couple of weeks ago in the podcast. That is very much necessary because, like I said, I like relationships that's like a give and take. To be honest with you, no offense to anybody, but I'm always giving, right?
Yeah.
And it's not an opportunity to, I don't never feel like it's an opportunity or door for people to be like, what's going on with you? Because I'm always being the doer, being the giver. I'm always answering the phone about something. I'm always, and it's an unhealthy dependency because sometimes when I can't be those things to those people, it starts to become conflict, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, who are you when you're not wearing these hats in these relationships? Who are you when, you know, things aren't being fulfilling to the other individual? You know what I'm saying? So I'm the type of person where I'm like I said, I'm always in my shell. Like I'm always at the house. Like it got to really take something to go on in order for me to come out because I like spending time by myself because I don't want to, you know, just kind of wear the hat of what somebody else expect me to be or how they view me, but also spending a long time myself to recognize who I am and what I need to do to be fulfilling for myself rather than other people, you know?
And the piggyback off that, I 100% agree with you. Like when you put on those hats, it becomes stressful. And when you have to put on multiple hats in a big crowd, that put a lot of weight on your shoulder as a caring person, as a very caring person. And I know you, and I know you are. Both of y'all be in y'all shit, but y'all both caring people to me. Like, and I'm the most open, caring person. I'm calling everybody, you straight, I'm doing this.
I know I get them random calls. You be like, sis, yo, sis.
I'm like, sis, what you want?
Look, I'm in the bed. What you saying?
I'm just calling to check up on you. You sure you don't want to grab nothing, do nothing? You straight, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me, and like, I get that. So I get where you coming from because I do wear this hat of, like, just being honest. I'll be honest. My pops was like the glue. Like, everybody loved my pops. Everybody. He call up on everybody, check up on everybody. That's partly where I get it from. I want to be that glue. Like, all right, we ain't talked in a couple weeks. All right, you ain't been around here. Hey, man, Will calling me. He must need something. He must be really checking on me. Hey, he telling me something going on. We all trying to get together. Even if it's just, I call, be like, hey, I love you. Hey, you good? You straight? That's just me. But at some point, what's the saying? Your toughest friend check on the most. You need to check on that.
Do people really like pay attention to that, or is it more like a social media thing of it sounds good to say because you know, again, I don't want to offend anybody, but also I don't, you know, and I don't want to discredit the people who do take the time to check on me, you know, but. No. And maybe I'm not always vocal enough to allow somebody in, but also I be feeling like, is there even a space to? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's like, it's repetition. Like when I'm talking to somebody, like I'm either helping, and sometimes it's like even at the smallest level of things. You get what I'm saying? But it's so repetitive that it's like, hey, I'm over here, I'm going through, you know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Before you say anything, could it be, like, how you doing today? It's like, girl, and it just be like, am I a bad friend if I don't fulfill your needs? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of times, I don't want to say that I'm strong enough to take those things on, but sometimes that strength just comes from somewhere, and it's like, I gotta be there to you because of the relationship that we have. You get what I'm saying? So when I spend a lot of time by myself, it's because I'm dealing with me. You get what I'm saying? And I get a lot of grief about that too, because I spend so much time by myself. It's like, dang, you ain't answer the phone, you ain't sit, and it's like, should I have to like come up with really give you an explanation to why I'm being this way? You know, is it rude to allow myself that time for myself and not say it because this is the relationship that we have? But I'll be a little closed off because the whole time, again, I'm like, I'm over here, nigga. I'm going through. Help me. You get what I'm saying? And I don't be getting it.
I think
not to discredit the people that do, but you know, oftentimes I'm
I think it comes with, and this what a lot of people don't get is it comes with understanding in every relationship. It comes with understanding. Like even for me, I need to work on a lot of things when it comes to understanding other folks and other points of views. But when you see a person isn't their i.e. normal self or something like they you like for me, and this goes into the spiritual aspect because you said spiritual earlier. I feel a shift sometimes with people. I be like, just last week, called my cousin. Cuz, you alright? Nah, I ain't gonna. That's cap. I didn't say cuz, you alright? I said, cuz, what you doing? My cousin told me, I'm just getting up. I ain't got clothes on, nothing. I said, I'm finna come kidnap you. You got 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes to get ready. I didn't know what she had going on. Like, honestly, she didn't tell me nothing. I just felt something that was like, I need to get my cousin up out of the house and do what we need to do. And we kicked it all day. It was free, my cousin, his wife, my uncle, his girlfriend, everybody. Hey, and we kicked it
I'm feeling
day.
that. I'm feeling that so much because I think it's very important to pay attention to detail in the relationships that you really care about.
For sure.
No,
And I think that's another reason why I am the way that I am. And, you know, if I'm going to be your friend, it's not that I'm just being your friend. Like, I love you. Like, we're family. I'm to the point where I'm studying you. You get what I'm saying? I know any move or whatever you make. I know when your face do this, there's something wrong. I know when somebody say a certain thing and it bothers you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I feel like, I won't say that I don't always get it in return, but because I put so much attention to detail when it comes to relationships in my life, it's like, you know, it should be able to easily identify to say something is off about right here.
And I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this because for the simple type of person that I am, I'm gonna tie this into understanding your relationships. So I am married, been married, finna be 8 years. You know, granted, I should pick up on a plethora of things
cues.
I just generally don't, because within myself it resonates. Like, if you need some, just say it. If you, cause I'm the strong. I feel like I'm the strong one.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Even not within like my inner circle, but when it comes family wise too. So I'm not even the one that be like, hey, I need X, Y, Z. Hey, I need you to come do this. I need, like, when I'm asking, like, I'm dead ass serious. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not saying that ain't nobody else is, but I'm saying for me, I know this is my last resort. Hey, I need something.
Yeah.
So, but my wife, I'm getting at. My wife had said something along the lines like, I know what I said, but you should have known that I had meant this. And then I was just like, excuse me. I was like, I probably could have known that. You know what I'm saying? But since you didn't say it, because I come off as black and white. Like, I need to know, or I just don't, because I don't like to assume. You know, when you assume, you make an ass of you and me.
That's true too.
I was just thinking, like, well, if you really didn't mean that, you could have just said it. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I don't look at those cues. You know what I'm saying? But if I was to come at you and be like, hey, Ryo, what's the business is? And you just was like, yeah, I'm cool, but you going through something. And then later on, if you was like, nah, I just had to do some shit, you know, I need you to listen to me for 10 minutes.
How do you release that though?
How
do you release that?
It's tough to release it, but I feel like you just gotta, the same way you release it to yourself, you just gotta be like, hey, this what it is.
True.
So, and that comes from like experience. Like I had, if y'all go back and listen to the first podcast, like I was saying that it took me a long time to be able to open up about free. You know what I'm saying? I was so closed off that I wouldn't allow nobody in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm probably about the same.
So,
And
like, it took me deploying to open up different revenues when I started really seeing that people was relying on me, or I was that in their circle that I could potentially be. I had to go through behavioral health. I had an incident, but during that, the physician at the time was just like, "Hey, try this. Like, when you feel like you can't open up, go write something down." And I was like, "Yeah, let me go. I got it." So I tried this stuff, and it did help me be able to be like, "Hey, Will, I got some shit going on.
Yeah.
Care to listen? Cool, bro. Yeah, I'm here for you. Woo woo." So
I think it's more so if I can't release it, right? That means a whole bunch to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, who hands do I put it in? You get what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Because it's like it's a keepsake for me. So it's like, if I'm willing to release this thing, I want to feel like it's released to the right person. You get what I'm saying? I can't come up with what the other party's response is going to be. You get what I'm saying? But also, I'm doing a thing more so is like, all right, these are my relationships. You get what I'm saying? This is how I communicate within my relationships. Like, this is what goes on in these relationships. Can this person, with the conversations that we have, like, and what they like, do they got any depth to it?
Yeah.
Like, could I give you what I'm dealing with? You get what I'm saying?
But before you go there, I know. Preface it. Preface what you got to say with what you want to receive.
Okay.
So if you don't want no, if you said, "Hey, I need $500," if you don't want to know, if you don't want me to know the reason why, none of that, you don't want me to go into what you've been doing with your money, woo, just say, "Yo, I know there's some weird shit to ask you, but I need $500. I got my reasons. It's my reason. If I get to the point where when I feel like I can open up to you with that, I'll let you know. But right now, I just really need this." So that gives me a cue. You got something financially going on, and it ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? But I care enough, if I do get it, to be like, "Hey, little sis,
or even if you don't got it, you could give some, which I only got this.
This what I can do for you. I'm still in your corner, but you don't have to feel like you have to shy away from me or the conversation. I'm just gonna leave it.
Check this out,
and that opens the door.
Do you have?
I'm sorry, bro.
I'll let you go ahead and go. I'll let you go ahead and go.
And I think what it's all based off of, all of what you two have been saying, because you two have been saying it, and you almost said the word, and you know where I was gonna go. Free almost said the word, and he stopped himself. It's trust. That's all. You was about to say it, and you stopped. That's where I was gonna go with it. It's trust. Sometimes you have to take that dive and give, like you said, it's a give and take. You have to give that person a little bit of trust and let them know something.
That's true.
And if you don't get the response, maybe not the first time, maybe not the second time, but maybe after the third time, if you don't get the response you want, then you know not to talk to that person about that thing.
And then also, it's like, I want to clear it up too, because it's not necessarily wanting to receive a certain response that's fulfilling to what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, if you're really, really going through something, you're going to have your person that you call. It's going to be this particular person because they know how to be there for you in the way that you need. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, when I say release it and give it to somebody, it's like, sometimes when I'm going through things, it's like, I'm trying to determine, who do I give this particular thing to? You get what I'm saying? Because I could call you and tell you something about this, but this right here needs to be like, this is sacred. You get what I'm saying?
Different. I don't mean to jump into specifics. But I'm gonna give you a scenario. Not even I'm gonna give you my scenario. I never opened up about what I was feeling. I feel bad. Anyways, about 8 months ago, I had was in my feelings. You know, my anxiety was a little through the roof,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, I can't hold this one particular, and I'm cool to, I'm free to share this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding up about this one particular thing, and I cried to myself. I was in there. I tried to edit my way out of it. I tried to music my way out of it, and all that. So I was just like, it gotta be somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I do have revenues.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this was probably like 12 o'clock at night. I called my first cousin. And I was like, TT, I was like, I can't hold this shit in no more.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I don't know who I am. I got so many childhood traumas that I cannot
Shake.
really just sit here and lock in with who I need to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, what's up? And I said, I don't need you to say nothing. But cause I know if anything come from this, you gonna know it. You know what I'm saying? In this particular moment, you
Mhm.
know what's I'm going through, what I'm feeling. And so I went down the rabbit hole. And then at the end of it, I felt so good.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, damn, did I kind of want to know what they was gonna say? What she was gonna say?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She probably gave me some 2 cents, but that I didn't want to hear it. So it was just like, I don't really want to hear that. Whatever.
It was just a release
But
to be
the
able
release,
to.
I just needed
Not
the
keep
release.
that in
You know what
yourself.
I'm saying? Just
Mhm.
And
release.
just hear yourself.
Yeah.
But to know somebody else is listening is such a release. And that's why therapy is such a good thing. If
You
really
know,
just,
I'll tell you what, cause I done been. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I done
yeah,
been.
I
I mean, I
I
didn't.
got
I
one
didn't.
right now.
I come in there, they ask me what my name. I'm already crying because I've been waiting to dump this off to somebody. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think it feels so good to be able to go to therapy because it's like they don't know you. They don't even if they had an opinion, it's like you don't really know me or the characters in this story. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's easier to let
It's
it
safer.
off. Yeah, it's safer. It's safer.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
safer. And I think that the reason I'm so like, lock my stuff away and be like, I don't know who to tell about this or whatever, is because of betrayal. I've
yeah.
I've experienced it, in friendships, and sometimes it feel like things that I've let go with other people and they've gone on, it's like, wow, they got a piece of me out there
Yep.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're doing with this
that
piece.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not my business to even, think in my mind that they're doing something with this piece, because they could probably not even be thinking about me.
About it.
But like I said, that's why relationships and friendships mean so much to me. If I'm saying I'm your friend and I'm allowing myself to give you something, give you a part of me in any type of way,
Yeah.
it's because I love you, because I don't do that.
For sure.
I don't do that.
And it's so wild because even like growing up, my circle, even then, even it's been, I'm old.
Y'all
but
know. We're getting up
it's
there.
all of my same friends been my same friends. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to let go of that because one, I don't like starting over. You know what I'm saying? From ground scratch. And then when I do get that feeling, even with us, we're not blood and we didn't grow up together, but we've traveled and journeyed our way and we created our bonds. So even in our little thing, like I love it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep me grounded and I know y'all are trustworthy for me, you know what I'm saying? So if it was something, I feel like I could be like, hey, this is what I need from y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need a opening ear, a listening heart. Somebody, a non-judgmental place. But the therapy is great. We hit on therapy, so we ain't gonna hit that nail no more.
Okay, so to not really tie everything together, but y'all said something earlier. I also want to kind of not elaborate on, but go a little bit more in depth about was cues in a relationship. Cues in a relationship for me, like Free was saying, to me it is black and white. I know people want to be understood, like you said, reading somebody else's face, or you know what I'm saying, XYZ. and I'm gonna apply this to myself. For me, I'm a black and white person like Free. Yes, especially after I have known you so long. Like at the beginning, like I am reading at the beginning because I'm trying to learn you. And this is also a downfall after I've known you so long. I expect you to tell me because I trust you.
Yeah.
So
The
when
relationship evolved.
yeah, it evolved. So why why personally for my situation, why didn't you tell me until you wanted that type of relationship?
Do that make you remorseful? I mean, resentful?
Uh, from my point of view, it makes me regretful, like because to that person I should have seen because I know them so well. But from my point of view, I'm like, well, I'm also going through what I'm going through, and yes, I should have voiced it too. But what I was going through was more internal than you seeking my validation.
I think it's opening up something for me because it's like, okay, y'all have a different perspective on how y'all handle y'all relationships and stuff like that. It's making me think now more like, I'm the problem. Like, like could I be
That's healthy,
could
though.
I
That's
could I be a little more vocal when I say like maybe my boundaries are not, completely healthy. And that's just because, okay, if we're friends and I love you and I can allow you in my life for certain things, why I can't allow you in my life for, this particular thing. You get what I'm saying? Does it show about me like, okay, I'm not willing to trust or I'm not willing to release, but on the other end of things, this friend is probably willing to spill all the tea to me. They see that in me. So it's like, if they confide in me enough to be able to tell me their deepest, darkest secrets and believe that I'm holding on to this thing, then why can't I, that be the same place for, for me to do that too? So okay,
No,
it's opening perspective. This is good.
But no, it's and like that's what I'm saying too. Like you said, it's perspective because nobody is the same. They haven't been what you've been through. So if it's hard for you to open up, it is not a bad thing. Don't say it is a negative thing, but it's good to see the other side of it and start, putting cracks in those walls maybe for certain people or trying to be open, but it's also you being understood too. A person should know that I know Ryer holding his shit in, or I know EJ, I see him all the time, he ain't never really smiling, but I know EJ's just like that. But it's understanding both ways. You shouldn't have to put understanding all the way one way when it comes to relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes it ain't even middle ground, and I'm fair to admit that. But it's a understanding of where can we meet when, all right, like Free said earlier, when I'm mad and you done piss me off, where can we meet as an understanding? I'm gonna make sure you get home safe. I ain't just gonna leave you at the club and we roll together. No shit like that. But where can we meet when we do talk that is a understanding about the issue? Because we have a great relationship and it's all about understanding each other. Shoot, you say, I don't want you ever stepping up to a dude just because he stepped on your shoe XYZ. I know when I'm with you, my understanding is I can't do that. I can't do that. Even though it's pissing me off, I'm going to walk away and I'm going to go talk to you about it. But I ain't going to get bucked up in the club off no dude stepping on my shoe.
That's a respect thing. And then I don't want to dive too much into the self aspect of it because we just touched on that. But it does start with self, like understanding you. And then I want to say understanding that other side that's not you. So I know it's detrimental to a lot of people around me that be like, what the fuck, Free? Because if you ever get that, I'm in that mode, I'm so deep in that mode, you'll be like, damn, I didn't never see that shit coming. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll be like, the real reason that I don't really just bash out like that anymore is because one is it's hurtful to my party. I feel like for the simple reason is you couldn't see it coming. So it's kind of like it puts you in a space to be like, damn, all along. And now you questioning me like, how could I never
It's hurtful
seen
to
it?
your
You know what I'm saying?
relationships.
How could I never see it? I didn't never see no stuff like that coming. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I'm pretty. I ain't gonna say I'm all the way open with my feelings
Mm.
because I'm closed off like that. But I do let people know, yeah, I'm good. That's a start. I'm good. I could be doing better, or I got some shit going on, woo woo. But it's not. If I'm my middle ground is if it ain't affecting right now, I'm cool. It ain't affecting us, so I'm
Mhm.
good. That's the extent that I really go to. But I lost my train of thought. It was like because you had said something that I want to touch, and now I just can't find it. You said, don't remember. Sorry.
Nah, it's all good. But in all, anybody else really got anything else they want to touch on?
I know what I was going with. I was finna move it along. Anyways, so with those relationships, let's talk about building those relationships in our situations. In the business aspect, let's make relationships be, i.e., social networking. So building those types of relationships. And for me, being in photography, videography, um, niche, I know a whole bunch of videographers and photographers in Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? Um, Shout out all my folks. Shout y'all out for real. Especially Ma, because me and Ma made me the best. That's the beauty of building these relationships because it does open up a different perspective about who you are.
Mhm.
But Ma made me realize you really don't even have to be in your shell, bro. Whatever you feel like, like whatever you really truly feel within you, or whatever you go, like whatever your endeavors are, you can do that.
Mhm.
So it was one of those. He was push. He wasn't pushing me. That nigga was pulling me. He was
Yeah.
pulling me through it. Hey, you finna do this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, I don't know if I can take that next step. Nah, you finna do it. Hey, I just booked you. I booked you a XYZ shoot. That you charging this much. This what you gotta do. Come on. Yeah. Come on, jump on the train. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool because I like that that's a full circle. This shit is just the family. Yeah, damn, I'm appreciative of y'all. But like, it's tough. Like to just get to know somebody, and these motherfuckers will be here for you.
Yeah.
Like this crazy.
But to go back,
I'm awakening.
But to go back and keep that same topic going, business and social networking aspect wise, it is great to make those connections, especially with up and coming people or people that are already on that level. Um, I don't do it as often now, and it kind of hurts like my social networking aspect. But like, believe it or not, in our situations, it is good to go to like bars or like, meet new people. You never know who you meet because that is a very social. That is a very. It's a tricky sword. It is, but it's a very social setting where you meet people that are high influencing. I have met a couple high influencing people that work for the corporate part of the banks and stuff like that in Arkansas just alone.
Yeah.
And I've been outside of Arkansas and have met people. But that social networking, going out a restaurant, a high restaurant, not like McDonald's or something. Going not fast food, but I mean, you can meet people down there. But hey, like going out and experiencing new things will help create and foster new relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
Before I got here today, one of the things that crossed my mind was because I go to church, and
yes, Lord.
One of the things that crossed my mind is it's something in the Bible that says that your gifts make room for you, and it just like I don't know, it's like dumped on me, you know, especially when it comes down to like the whole networking thing, because I'm such a in the shell type of person. A lot of people don't see it. I mean, I could be funny on Facebook, I can be funny on social media. Like, if you know me, you get me. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you know me, you get me. If you don't know me, it takes me a minute for me to get there.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what hurts me of being, you know, by being so shy, because it is things that I would like to do, but it's like, I got to get past that hump of like, oh, I'm shy. And I've been trying not to speak it so much over my life, just always saying like, I'm shy, because now I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm acting out when I'm speaking to myself.
Yeah.
But like I said, like, you know, your gifts make room for you. And it made me think about like, I think that I'm very talented in a lot of different ways. Maybe not, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily things that I would like to do, you know what I'm saying, as like, you know, as a career or anything, but I don't know, I be thinking I'm kind of lit. And, you know, and if I'm lit, I need to let everybody see the fire. You get what I'm saying? You know, I need to let everybody see the fire for sure. So I think that just me being in my shell so much hurts my, you know, my whole networking aspect, because it's things that I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can have that big ball of push, and then after that one push is like, oh, I gotta keep this going. Like, this fire is let down. You get what I'm saying? But also, it's like, I know so many people too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people in different, like, people that I done met in the military since from when I got in, like 10 years ago. Like, I've developed relationships with people that I don't even know how we even got here. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, again, your gifts make room for you, and it's for me to be able to be like, you know what? I'm a take that and I'm gonna run with it. Sure. I just got to get out of my whole mind of, I guess I'll be like overly critiquing myself about certain things.
We are our biggest critique.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm overly critiquing it and this is the way that I'm looking at things, you know, how many people is picking this thing apart like me? And whole time, probably somebody's like, "Oh, that's it."
The least
like that's the
that's
the one.
The least thing they're thinking about.
I had posted like a rap video, probably like, I don't know, last year or something. And my friend, and this is the only friend that I will allow to sit next to me while I do this. Like, ain't nobody gonna see that for real. And I recorded it so many times, and she was like, I was like, I don't know, that ain't it. Like, I was just kept watching the video. I'm like, that's not it. And she was like, just post it. Like, she was like, that was good. I was like, I didn't say this like this, and I didn't do this like this. She was like, just post it. And when I posted it, nigga got feedback. I was like, oh. And I ain't gonna hold you. I catch myself sometimes like admiring, you know, the person that I am. Like, I'll be riding in the car and I'll be like, if I'm listening to somebody else's song, my nigga, go to my video. And I'm going off. And I'm like, I'll rap for 2 minutes straight. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get turned up about me. So just getting out of my own way of things would definitely help me, you know what I'm saying, take myself to the next level. Because it's not what I can't do. It's sometimes what I think that I can't do.
For sure.
You know.
And I can appreciate you can admit that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that go back to self, like we was talking about, and I'm trying to tie this all together, is it go to self and what you just said, you are comfortable, and your relationship with her pushed you to post. She said, girl, stop all that.
Just do it. Just do it.
And I know I still got a comment on that video. I said,
I did too.
Sue was rapping her butt off.
I appreciate it.
I was like, hey. But nah, for sure. And we are our biggest critic. But our friends can also be our relationships can also be our biggest motivation if we use that to be motivation.
Yes, like I get fuel from that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, in private, I do see myself in a certain manner. You get what I'm saying? But once I put myself amongst other people, it's like, do I really feel like you know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody have a
societal standards too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different things that play on it. So I can understand it. It's crazy because I don't know. I kind of feel that I think I'm kind of shy. You know.
Yeah.
I ain't the biggest speaker. Like, this is like monumental in me publicly speaking. You know what I'm saying? I remember being in the 9th grade. I had communications, and I get up there and be like, oh hell no.
Stutter.
Sweat, I'm talking about. I sweat until my shirt was. You can see it.
I'm still like that. I'm still like
back.
that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people wouldn't even know that. Like, they perceive me in a completely different manner from what I am because I don't know. Sometimes I just get up and do it. Like, when I used to have to brief at work and stuff, I used to be like, y'all, like, I don't want to go. I'll be sweating under my arms so bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? On Sundays, like, I speak at church, and before I get up there, I go ahead and grab the tissue because it's like I just start crying because I'm like, man, y'all don't even know I'm scared. Like, I'm scared, you know. But you know, it all end up all playing out. And like I said, sometimes people just don't see that part of me because of how I play it out, which is tough sometimes.
Nah, but in all, and kind of to wrap everything up, it's all about your relationships and what people bring to the table, but also what you give to people. And when it comes to relationships in general, try to be understanding, but also it's okay to push your friend button, like Ryer said. Push that button. Push them to be better. Relationships evolve. And for me, overall, any relationship was meant for you will come back to you, or it would always be there for you.
For sure.
In any relationship, no hard feelings to if that relationship is gone or not, because you learn from everything that was given at first or taken at first.
Yeah.
You learn not to do anything or take anything from people that are not solid for you. And everybody want to preach about a small circle. It's very social people with small circles. But that's their circle. But we see them being very social with everybody. Does not make that, their circle. Just be open, be kind, and also try to be understanding to everybody. And the people that are meant for you will always gravitate.
Everybody needs somebody. You know when they came out with that song, like, no new friend. We was a little younger, so it was really for real. No new friends. But you gotta be open to that because, like I said, when you evolve, sometimes the friends that you used to have may not be the friends no more, and they may be the friends still, but it may not be that close knit relationship that it used to be because you're no longer the person that you are now.
Right.
So being open to developing other relationships with other people, because again, like, somebody got a need that can be met for you, and you have something that could be met for them. So why, like, limit yourself in friendships or relationships with people just because we just no new friends, like, this my day one, this my circle, like, sometimes you develop different circles with different people for different reasons, you get what I'm saying, and they could be very beneficial to who you are as a person in this current time.
For sure.
Have a motherfucking Venn diagram, for sure. Different circles.
Big web, big social web.
Okay.
But nah, this was great. I hate doing that. I got sidetracked, y'all. Anyways, but yeah, the social aspect of it, and I like the social aspect of relationships for the simple fact when you are alone, you deal with things by yourself, but that lone path is a dark path too. You can get so alone where you feel like ain't nobody there for you. That's coming from me to attesting to that.
Coming from me
I'm a
too,
product
as well.
of that. You know what I'm saying?
Me too as well.
I had isolated so much that, you start talking about the little shit. You start questioning a lot of stuff that I feel like shouldn't be questioned. And not being a real super spiritual person,
Mm-hmm.
I have questioned a lot of those things, but I'm grateful that the Lord has elevated me and who I am to trust in whatever endeavors He has for me,
Mm-hmm.
and to become more social and have those relationships, and to say, hey, I appreciate y'all for being here, and I appreciate the relationship that I've built
Mm-hmm.
with you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was finna get this mug jumping. Look, this the last thing I'm gonna say. I ain't never been on Facebook Live. Look, I ain't never did it. I did it one time. My uncle passed away, and the only way I knew to get to my whole family was Facebook, because everybody want to be on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want to be
You know what I'm
nosy.
saying? Everybody want to be nosy, but y'all don't want to support. You know, I didn't appreciate. That's all I was saying. I didn't appreciate the lack of support, but everybody want to act like, oh yeah, we here. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Stop fronting for the face of it. But I feel like we need that, like we've been saying. We need that somebody to call you out and let you know. But anyways. Y'all tapped into the Concept Podcast.
You tapped into the concept.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. And on the bond of relationships, tell somebody that you love them. You know, make them feel appreciated for their existence. We appreciate y'all.
Love all the love. Keep strong. You tapped in.
Thanks for having me.
Always.